Hi, it's Maria from Still Dreaming Homestead. I'm inside because it's already late, but I wanted to talk about a couple things that have been going on in my life. So, last week they disabled my Facebook account. I wasn't very happy about that, of course, but they had been wanting me to put on a special security thing, and I just hadn't got around to doing it. And I think they'd been sending me notices for maybe 2 weeks, and I just kept clicking right past it. So if you get that type of notice, you might want to go ahead and follow through on that. So I tried a few days ago to get back on, and I just got confused. I'm not that good with electronics or with tech type of things. So I thought I would go to a friend's and maybe they could help me. They thought I should probably try to call Facebook. Well, I'm going to try to call in the morning because I've called and called and called. And all I get is a recorded message. I guess that's really, really common. But maybe if I call first thing in the morning, I'll actually be able to get to talk to somebody because I'd like to have my Facebook back. One of my granddaughters has been in the hospital. I haven't been able to find out how she is because I have lots of appointments and stuff with my son Jason, and I don't have everybody's telephone number. I used Messenger a lot. So I haven't been able to do that. I haven't been able to make contact with a lot of my friends, and especially with my grandson Kirk, that I like to talk to every day. We have a lot of fun when we're talking. We usually do it when it's time for me to clean in the kitchen and him to do the dishes. And we just talk and have a good old time while we're getting our work done. Do you like doing that? Yeah. It makes the time go by faster. Another thing, so if you could do me the big help of, if you haven't yet, subscribe to my channel, please. I'm really trying to put out a lot of things that I hope people will enjoy. Everything from stories for children, all ages stories, really. Currently, I'm reading the Little House books by Laura Ingalls Wilder. Those have been really popular with all ages. I do that. I've been talking a little bit more about my poultry. Talked with how I deal with some discouragement. I take the dogs out a lot, although I won't be doing that for a little while yet because it's hunting season, and I just don't like to be in the woods with all the hunters. I know that probably the vast majority of them are very, very careful, but I don't want to risk myself or my dogs. So I just choose not to go out during that time. It's hard for the dogs though, and it's hard for me. I wanted to tell you something else. This is kind of a fun thing. Well, kind of sad, kind of fun. I had 4 baby chicks hatch out a while back, and if you've been following my channel, you know about that. Well, one got into the wading pool and drowned, and another one just turned out missing, so I suspect a hawk. So the mother hen had 2 chicks. She was really a good mother until I got a new rooster. Now, I got to tell you, he's a fine looking rooster. My friend Trudy gave him to me. And I mean, he's beautiful, just gorgeous. But he was scared of my other rooster. And so he began going off. Well, him and the mother hen decided to be a pair, and they began hanging out together. And I thought that was really cute. And the baby chicks was there for a while. But after a while, the baby chicks, which are not feathered out quite all the way yet, they began going farther and farther from the mother, and she was just off with the new rooster. So she wasn't coming inside the hen house. And you know I've had a problem with predators. Well, one day I went out and the mother hen was nowhere to be seen. I have only seen feathers, so I suspect a hawk got her. So now my baby chicks, which still needed a mother, didn't have one. Well, I had an old hen, and to be honest, I was feeling bad for her. She had one leg that went straight out, and I felt like I should put her out of her misery, but I just couldn't do that. So she was there, and she would get out of the hen house, kind of flop down and stuff. Well, those baby chicks found her, and I guess she just couldn't get away from them. So they began going underneath her. I thought, wow, she's really useful after all. So they used her as a mother. And she got worse, and I would have to go pick her up in the yard and put her back into the hen house, and the baby chicks would go in there with her. And then in the morning, I would let her out. About 5 days ago, I went out, and she was dead. And I thought, oh, these poor baby chicks, what's going to happen to them now? I hope they're going to be okay. So I just made sure they got in the house every day, and they did at night, you know. And then one day, about 3 days ago, so they'd been in there about 2 days by themselves, out came one of my golden lace Wyandotte hens. And she was all fluffed out and making a little broody sound. And I thought, what's wrong with you, you crazy bird? You're not sitting. And I went inside. And the next day, when I opened up the hen house to let the chickens out she came, and guess who came with her? The 2 baby chicks. And she was clucking and calling them and finding little bits of stuff for them. And they would come running. So I have baby chicks that are on their 3rd mother. So like I said, part of it's sad, and part of it is just amazing. Amazing how God has provided for these little chicks that would not have made it on their own. And God will provide for us that way too. Well, I just wanted to give you a little update. Please give me a thumbs up, and I would love to hear from you. If you have something you'd like me to talk about or show you, please mention that in your comments, or mention where you're from. I'd like to know that. But the very best way you can help me is by sharing my YouTubes. If you can put it on your Facebook or any of your other media sources, tell your friends. If you are near a school or involved in a school, like an elementary school, or maybe you teach Sabbath school or Sunday school, maybe you could share my YouTube channel with other people that would like children to hear wholesome stories. That would really, really help me. Anyhow, I just wanted to catch you up a little bit. So it's Maria from Still Dreaming Homestead. I want to pray blessings on you and yours, in your house and out of your house, in the day and in the night. Whatever you do, keep dreaming. All right. Good night. God bless.